Hello and welcome back to Flute Tip of the Week. I am back in my apartment in London. It is nice and silent, and besides the first day that I was back, it's actually been pretty nice weather. Last week I wasn't able to do my flute fling video because I had just gotten a cortisone shot into my shoulder, and I was having a side effect that doesn't happen to everybody where basically it sets my entire arm into this kind of writhing world of pain. It wasn't really fun for about 3 days, but it is getting better, and supposedly in a couple weeks it'll be pain-free. So, hoping that this will finally be able to kick it. One thing that is really difficult for a lot of people to control when they're under high-stress situations is the heart rate. This can be a situation anywhere from being nervous to playing in front of your teacher, or stepping out onto a stage in front of hundreds or even thousands of people. Some people will use something like beta blockers, which automatically help you bring your heart rate down and basically just bring you down to a little bit of a lower level, so your adrenaline doesn't really pump up. But before you start trying to take any medication for all of this, I wanted to show you a breathing exercise that I use when I feel like my heart is about to jump out of my chest. It's simple and it's very relaxing and very meditative. And even if you're not nervous, and even if you're just about to practice for maybe your second session of the day, this will be a good way for you to just sit down, take a nice deep breath, and reset before you jump back out there. So let's get to it. Use breathing exercises to slow your heart rate going into a high-stress situation. We always talk about breathing in terms of how to play with better resonance, how to be able to get to the end of a phrase. However, some of the effects of these breathing exercises are actually best felt away from the flute. And it really does help to slow your heart rate down and get you into a better mindset for when you're about to perform. So we're going to do this exercise in 3 steps. For each of these steps, you'll be taking a breath in, holding your breath, releasing your breath, holding it, and then repeating it. And these will each be done with different beat counts. So for the first 3 breaths, we will do it over 4 seconds. So that'll be breathing in evenly over the count of 4, holding your breath for the count of 4, and breathing out as evenly as possible so that you're completely out of air by the time you reach 4, and then holding it again. We'll do that 3 times, and then after that, we're going to do it 3 times again to the count of 5. In over the whole span of 5, held for 5, breathe out for 5, hold for 5. And then finally, we'll do it for 3 breaths on a count of 6. So for my demonstration, I'm only going to do it for the beats of 4 and 5. And I'm only going to do it for 2 breaths each count. But when you're doing this yourself, do it for the whole 3 breaths over each of these counts. And if you're about to go into something and you don't have as much time, then do just the 5 and 6 counts for 2 breaths each. And this is a nice slow tempo, doing it per second. So if you're sitting down, put your hands on your knees, sit up nice and straight, and start breathing in. I feel really relaxed now. So this is just a nice short and sweet tip that will help get you through quite a few situations. So again, that tip was use breathing exercises to slow your heart rate before going into a high stress situation. I hope you find this week's tip helpful. Gosh, I'm trying to do my normal very excited talking right now, but I'm feeling really calm. I think I'm gonna go make myself a cup of tea. I never say that. What have I done to me? I'll see you all next week. Flute happy, breathe happy, slow your heart rate happy. While I was home for a couple of weeks, my mom got me into Grey's Anatomy, and so I've been kind of binging on that recently. I remember one of those questions that was going around on Facebook that said, if you had to go for a major operation, what medical television show would you go to? I'd be hesitant to say Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, I'd get healed, but I'd have to deal with watching this soap opera. That's high stress enough. I don't think I'd be able to take all the romantic drama. There's enough of that in real life.